We've increased the
Yeah, we've set
maximum
it to 99. Yeah, good thinking.
I mean, there's no limit. So
No, yeah,
that's-
it's strange.
that's
Yeah.
Probably Discord's fault, not ours.
Yeah.
It's only 25 still. Because your comms are on.
It defaults to 25.
Let me just check in.
Because
Yeah.
cameras are on.
Right, yeah. So what?
Oh well. At least with them, we'll be able to get enough people in.
You can make a screenshots now and
Yeah, make screenshots by all means. Because it seems like that's the reason Discord isn't allowing us to add more than 25
yeah, I think
people.
we have to do it next time on Telegram.
Yeah.
On or YouTube, like someone said. Okay, I'm turning off camera. So
Yeah, people are joining.
Yeah, now we can join.
Okay.
Brilliant.
So having cameras on really does default to 25.
I think the audio is a little bit more important.
yeah, definitely. I'm gonna change that to no limit again.
Yeah, so there's no limit now. Cool.
Yeah, so let's wait like 2 or 3 more minutes.
Yeah, you'll have to bear with us if there are any TV problems. This is our first AMA. Down the line, we'll get much better at this, I'm sure.
Mom, you're not even injured. You don't even.
Oh, 4 minutes. We start at 10 past.
Yeah, we're just going to give everyone a chance to get in. How many have we got now?
Yeah, 3 minutes and we're starting.
The horrible screenshot.
Back.
For anyone joining just now, we're starting at 10 past, so about 1 minute left. And the reason why our camera is off is because we had it on at first, but it turns out Discord limits the voice chat rooms to 25 people if there is video cameras on. So we had to turn it off, but someone has already screenshotted our beautiful faces and posted them on general chat.
Yep,
Yeah.
thank you.
Seriously. Yeah.
Not the best shot. Yeah, thanks.
Yes. I'm gonna open that channel here then. Any questions?
This should
Yeah.
be pinned.
We're going to start with answering the questions in our AMA questions channel, and then we're going to take questions from you guys.
ولا أفضل أجيب لك أنا ولا
Yeah, 10 past, so I think we can officially start. So we can just put it closer now. Yep, there's that closeness. Yeah.
So the first question is,
How did you all meet up? Yeah.
how did we meet?
Well, I suppose we initially came from various tokens and various discords, but we've been speaking on a personal level for the best part of a year now. Us and sort of a small collective, close-knit group. And we've been part of various other tokens as moderators and on staff, but we were never really satisfied with how things were being run. We've seen what's been done right and we've seen what's been done wrong. So for us, it's a big thing to be able to finally create our own token. We've been talking about it for a while, make sure that everything's in place so that launch is fair and everything is secure in terms of multi-sig and fair launch.
Stealth launch.
Yeah, stealth launch, yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah, and we've been together in multiple projects, as Martin just said. Some of them have rug pulled, all of us collectively, basically, and we've lost our money. So we've grown. Others have been really bad at marketing and at developing their utility that they have promised and so on. Others have basically had the developers absolutely ghost the whole project in the community. Other projects have just been banning any community member as soon as they ask any questions or question the project or the developers. So we've been growing increasingly frustrated with all of these mistakes, and we aim to really improve on all of that in our project.
Yeah.
The next question is whether we will give any sort of heads up before launch. And yes, we will. Actually, we're planning to launch on either the 19th of this month or the 3rd of December. Both are Fridays. And if we manage to get everything ready for the 19th, that's when we're going to launch. The exact time of launch will not be announced until the day. And it will be a time range. It will be like from 2 p.m. until 4 p.m. or 8 p.m. So we can make sure we have everything ready and it's fair for everyone. Once we actually do launch, we will post the official contract in our Discord, on our Telegram, Twitter, and so on as soon as we have launched. And that's it in regards to launch, really.
When moon.
Yeah. The next question is
Soon.
Chris, when moon?
What else we got?
The next question is, what do you think will make this project stand out from all the others out there? I think I actually kind of answered this earlier when I was talking about all the mistakes we have seen as being regular investors in projects and also members of staff. and we've never been on the actual dev team of a project, so we've never had the say on what is being done and how the community and other issues are being handled. So we really think our experience and
Knowledge.
and knowledge will help us manage this project correctly and successfully. I've just seen someone in general or somewhere ask when the website will go live, and I'll just answer that quickly. The website is being worked on, and it will go live before we launch. That's one of the things we're waiting on before we launch. The contract actually is being written right now, and it should be complete by tomorrow, I think. It's mostly complete already. We're just getting the fine details of it sorted. And we're going to test it on the testnet and so on extensively to make sure it behaves as expected. And there will be no glitches. The contract is being written by Trinos on Telegram. He's the person who's writing most anime coin contracts, I think. He's pretty well known, and you can also pay him for audits. So he's a professional auditor, and his contracts are secure, but we will still get a third-party audit from Certec. I'm not sure if that will be able to get done before launching, but in the worst-case scenario, we will get the Certec audit after launch.
I think we should leave off-topic questions. Yeah.
Till later.
Yeah. And what's the initial starting price?
So the initial starting price will depend on how much Ethereum we add to initial liquidity. We're thinking about 5 Ethereum, which will put the price when we pair it with 49.5% of total supply of tokens in liquidity, which is 495 trillion tokens. That will put the initial price at roughly 10 zeros. 10 zeros with number 5, I think, the last time I calculated it. Before we actually launch, we will post the initial price and what it's expected to be. So that will be in the announcements channel for anyone to be able to check. So it will be 10 zeros and
11 zeros and
that's 5 zeros.
0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0.
So 10 zeros and then 562.
Yeah.
Will be the initial price if we go through with 5 Ethereum as initial liquidity. A person is asking about the slippage on purchase. The slippage should be about 10%, 10 to 12% should work, but obviously at launch, the price will be very volatile and it will be moving quickly up and down, even though we have the max transaction limit. The max purchase and other transaction limits will be set at 0.2% of total supply, which is 2 trillions. There will also be a max wallet, the maximum that the wallet can hold, which will be 0.5% of total supply or 5 trillion tokens. Those will be increased 1 hour after launch to maximum purchase of 0.5% and a maximum wallet hold of 1.5%. And then as soon as we reach 10 million market cap, all restrictions on maximum transaction and maximum wallet amount that can be held will be lifted. The reason we have max purchase and max transaction at launch is so we can give the whole community an even go at this. We want everyone to get a chance to purchase the tokens. We don't want a few whales at start to just pay a lot of Ethereum and then get like 10% of the supply like you see other tokens do. We've been part of such projects, we've seen it happen, and it very often ends up killing the project. So we've planned to put these max purchase and max wallet limits in place to avoid that happening. As for the slippage at launch, it will be obviously higher than 10 to 12%. Personally, when I buy a token at launch, I set my slippage to 49%, but I don't recommend you do that. No one can recommend you to do that because you can get severely front run by a bot and they can basically take your money if you're not careful. Speaking of bots, we will have anti-bot code in our project, in our contract. So after launching, the first couple of blocks will be blacklisted. So as long as you buy after we have announced it on Telegram and after we've announced it on Discord and our socials, you will be safe. But any bots that buy instantly after we've launched, they will get blacklisted basically. So you're safe as long as you go off of the official announcements.
Casual white. Asking about
This is screen capting then. No.
I was going through the light paper and tokenomics are very interesting. My question is, what is the deciding factor to increase or decrease the reflections? Okay, so we're going to start with 7% of the reflections going to our marketing wallet in the form of Ethereum and 3% going to holders. That will be in order to raise funds for initial platform development and marketing. And later on, as we go further in the project, KTO will be moved more in favor of holder reflections, unless the project really starts to stumble and we run out of funds. In that case, we will increase the marketing reflections again, but marketing reflection percentage will never go above 7%. As for holder reflections, they will never go under 3%. And more than likely, we will just keep slowly sliding the scale in increments towards being in favor of holder reflections until eventually the holder reflections are at 9% and marketing reflections are 1%. And in the very long run, when we are finally yet to be listed on massive centralized exchanges, we might have to disable reflections altogether or set them to 0 for both marketing and holders, as that really does allow centralized exchanges to list us more easily. They don't really tend to like projects that have tax on transactions, as it makes it more difficult for them to list. Next question. The next question is whether you should FOMO into our token. I can't really answer that. I got a question. What functionality or utility will there be in the future? So in terms of utility, as you may know, we are planning to develop a staking platform, which will be different, and we aim to improve on many of the flows that current staking platforms actually have. How will it be different? For one, we're going to try to incorporate many different tokens into it, unlike some current platforms that allow only their native token to be staked. And as we're going to have different projects tokens available for staking, we're also going to try to have minimum APY, which you will see as you're staking your tokens. You will also be able to unstake your tokens at any time. That's another feature we really would like to implement in our platform.
Yeah, and those who are staking Kounotori will get a higher percentage of rate of return for staking their Kounotori.
The next question is whether there will ever be a future burn of more tokens other than the initial 40% that we're going to be burning. The answer is yes. So due to the fact that our reflections in our marketing and development wallet will be in Ethereum, that opens the possibility for us to be able to buy tokens on Uniswap using those Ethereum money that we get from reflections. And then we'll be able to either burn those tokens, we'll be able to hold them and use them for future exchange listings, or we will be able to use them for giveaways and contests with the community. All those tokens and our marketing Ethereum will be stored in a Genosis multi-signature wallet, which will require 4 out of the 5 core members to sign and approve every single transaction on there.
He shows his face, cat.
No, Cat has not shown his face. He will remain anonymous as long as he chooses to do so.
He plans on joining us on AMAs going forward in the future, though. But yeah, not showing his face.
Do you guys have an engineer or engineers part of the team? Or will you be completely outsourcing to build whatever Kounotori may become? We don't have engineers on our team, but we have connections and we're looking at some particular software engineers and blockchain engineers to take the lead of our platform development. We're still in discussion with them and we haven't fully ironed out the exact details of our platform. That's why we're speaking fairly vaguely in terms of what our platform will offer exactly. But yeah, we're still looking for to build our development team. We want the coders to obviously be very capable, and we're actually aiming to have the platform ready for Q2 of 2022.
I think we answered that already. But
Yeah.
functions. This we send on.
Can we have a sneak peek of the website? Yep, I've sent one on general. I can actually pin it. Hang on. I should have done that.
Yeah. Is there any plans in the future to limit or reduce Ethereum gas fees? Well, there is such plans, but they're not coming from us. They're coming from Vitalik Buterin himself. He's planning to upgrade Ethereum to Ethereum 2.0. And if everything goes according to his plan, that will reduce gas fees dramatically. The current announcement of estimated arrival, as far as I'm aware, is Q1 of 2022 at the latest, but he is quite notorious for delaying his announcements. So we can only hope for the best. Do you have any expectations on launch for the first Q of next year?
Think it's about staking platform. So we plan to launch in the next 6 months. We can't promise any date for now, so you'll just have to wait, and we'll just keep you updated.
Yeah. In terms of details, though, we should have more available come our V1 white paper, which we'll be working on very soon. What else
How
we
do you
got?
pronounce that?
DOA.
DO,
DAO, sorry.
Or multi-sig intended leadership, long and short term. So we will be managing all our development funds through our multi-sig Genosis wallet. But we'll also always be taking into account the community's vote and what the community says. We've been in many projects, as I've already stated, where the community has been absolutely ignored and taken the piss out of. And that didn't feel good, considering we were part of the community. So we would like to avoid that happening here or in any other project, really, but we only have power over this project. So we will always do our best to be active in the chats, and we will always make polls and ask you guys for your opinion. when moving forward. And that's it. Basically, we will always be taking the community's thoughts into account and feelings. The next question is about our backgrounds. And I think we've already answered that. Basically, we've been part of many projects up until now as moderators and community members and so on, but we've never really had full control over the project. Oh, you meant in real life, the person who just edited it?
In real life, well, I suppose I've only been involved in crypto for perhaps a year. Basically, at the start of all the Dogecoin hype, and then probably a similar story to most people here, to be fair, where I've gone from Dogecoin to Shiba Inu to Satama and various other projects. I think Geron's probably the same.
Yeah.
But no, we as Johan says, we've been part of various projects. We've seen what works and what doesn't, and we want to take everything we've learned, all the experience, and put it into our own token where we're at the helm, and making all the decisions correctly, and making it fair for all the holders involved. Anything to add?
I personally dabbled into Bitcoin a little bit in 2019, yep.
Veteran.
And didn't really do much else until basically early this year with the Dogecoin hype and all of that.
Yeah.
Possible listing on SataMask. Yep. We will definitely try and get listed on SataMask. We will apply for it.
Yep.
We were planning to lock our dev team tokens for 10 months, but looking at the SataMask requirements, it seems they require us to lock them for 12 months. So now we're considering to lock them for even longer if needed. It doesn't matter. We want to make this as legit as possible. So we're happy to do anything that we need to in order to cover the listing requirements for SataMask. So yeah, we're definitely going for SataMask listing. Since we don't have a video of the devs introducing themselves, can we have each dev who is willing to docs share a picture of themselves with their username?
We definitely will do. We're going to have all this displayed on the website as well, which we're currently working on, with photos and profiles and backgrounds with each developer. Also, we're going to get KYC'd, which will entail us taking a picture with ourselves and holding a certain note up, just to display everything's correct and this and that. But we will be appearing on AMAs in the future on video. We've just come up with technical issues this time. We're learning. This is our first AMA where we were running our camera and we could only have 25 people on because of that. So we've taken that off for now. Someone's kindly taken a screenshot of us. And we've mentioned who's who on there, but in the future we will definitely be doing it on camera.
Also, this whole AMA is being recorded and it will be uploaded later on. This includes the beginning of it when our camera was on and you could see all of us talking. The reason why it's just the three of us here and the other two are missing is because, well, one of them is in the USA. We're on the UK meeting right now. And the other person, our designer, he's really busy working on our website. Okay. Someone is asking about the anti-bot mechanism. Is it safe to trade 10 minutes after announcement or after 5 minutes is also fine? As soon as we announce it officially, it will be safe for you to trade. It won't be safe for people who have who try to buy as soon as. It won't be safe for people who try to buy as soon as our pair appears on Uniswap. That's because there's many bots who just instantly snipe coins as soon as they're listed. So yeah, just to reiterate, as soon as we announce it officially on Discord, Twitter, our Telegram as well, it will be safe for you to buy. We will post the official contract address and everything.
Yeah.
Do your professions feed into making this work? And if so, can you give us a basic summary of what your professions are? Well, Jerian, our project lead, has actually had his business and has been running a business of his own for quite a while. So I think that will feed into the management and development of the project quite well.
I myself, I set up a joinery business, so I understand what it takes to build something from the ground up. I've got into crypto on the side, but now I'm going to fully dedicate all of my time to crypto and to this token. I'm really looking forward to it.
As for me personally, I'm actually a student at the moment. So I'm trying to manage my not failing university while also working on this project. I also believe Seido has quit his job recently, and
Yep.
he's going to be fully dedicated to the project.
What else we got?
You said max 5 trillion at launch. Is that
I'll
max?
check.
So the last time I calculated the 2% max transaction, which is 2 trillion tokens at launch in dollars, it was, I think, $68 or $90. It was below $100, but that price will very quickly actually raise as people are buying and the price is soaring.
Yeah, about $90.
About
If
$90
They are
at
first buyer.
launch if you're the first buyer. But again, that price will change very quickly. And the chances of one person being the first to buy are pretty low, especially considering we have over 400 people in this Discord at the moment. If they're doxing themselves, then that should be public info now.
We're working on this already, so our names and photos will be available on our website, and we're thinking about making doxing on another level. So we're gonna do proper KYC, so our identities will be verified.
And many people have expressed their concerns about us just basically using, even though we just showed ourselves on video, many people haven't seen us yet. So many people have expressed concerns prior to this AMA that we could just put up a picture of any random person from the internet and say that this is us and we're doxed. We can easily put up a picture of us, like holding a piece of paper that reads Kounotori or something in today's date, just to prove
absolutely.
that is us.
People in chat even could nominate things to write on the paper. I mean, we're definitely not trying to hide anything. We're absolutely transparent. We're looking forward to displaying ourselves properly. We've just been busy with a multitude of things as of now, but we are on it, honestly.
Should be able to find full names, resumes, and what not in the informational channels here or
On the
site.
website.
It will be on the website, but
Yep.
we will be happy to put it up here in the information channel as well on Discord for everyone to see until the website is ready.
Will it be on V2 or V3?
Yeah, V2.
We will be on V2. We've heard of some projects having issues with V3 recently, so we're just going to play it safe and go on V2. Are we a bird pack?
That's a good name, actually.
Yeah.
I fell in love with stalkholders.
Yeah.
I will die on that hill. I love stalkholders so much.
Yeah, Stockholders is amazing. Okay. Due to the anti-bot feature, why did you decide to not do a pre-sale? Well, doing a pre-sale generally gives sort of
Unfair.
unfair advantage to the people who manage to get during the pre-sale. So we feel like it's not really fair. The whole point of doing a quote unquote fair launch is that there is no pre-sale. Also, some people have expressed their concern that if we have dev tokens like for us developers reserved for us, and we don't have to pay for them, that we can't really call it a fair launch, and I can see that, but at the same time, our tokens will be vested for over 12 months. So if there is really a huge issue with us calling it a fair launch, we can easily just refer to it as a stealth launch, even though there is no pre-sale. Wouldn't a pre-sale with the same limits be more fair to the investors? Well, the whole point of a pre-sale is that people actually get to buy tokens at a cheaper price than the launch price. And the problem with that is that as soon as we launch, these people are instantly on a profit, and many of them end up crashing the price and taking quick profits. So it doesn't really feel fair to have a pre-sale where we only allow, say, 30 people to get in and to have purchase the token at a cheaper price than anyone ever will be. I've seen that question before. What's the point of release a given amount of tokens, then burn some compared to just issuing the final amount after burn? Basically, why are we burning 40% instead of just launching with a smaller total supply?
I mean, it's all about tokens in circulation. So with 40% burn, less of tokens will be in circulation. So there's a lesser chance that we'll get big dumps, because without burn, all of that tokens will go to holders, and there will be bigger chance that some of that holders would just dump the price. So it's just some kind of safety. It's quite efficient. I think it's working for many tokens like Saitama or Shiba. So we just decided to go this way.
Can we ask questions in audio?
Yeah, I think it's a time.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
You're welcome to.
Yeah, hop in anytime.
Awesome.
Hi there.
Hi. I had a question. What kind of charity or like any kind of that are you guys planning, or is there nothing you guys are planning to do for any charity relief or anything like that?
Our first focus will be getting our platform running. Other than that, we have many ideas of other projects that we would like to get into. And those include charity as well. We have also considered getting into play-to-earn games, and we've also thought about making a wallet tracking application where you can see you basically put your wallet address and you can see all the tokens, their graphs and everything in one place with the price and absolutely everything. In terms of charities, yeah, we haven't got any planned for the moment. Our whole focus at the moment is basically to have a successful launch. We're focusing on getting that sorted. And once that is done, we will look into charities and everything like that. We are absolutely planning to expand into charities, into platform development, and so on.
Thank you. Good answer. You guys are doing really good, by the way, considering it's your first AMA. You guys are brilliant.
Thank you.
We were a bit wobbly at the start, but we're getting better.
Yeah, I'm enjoying the conversations.
Fantastic. Cheers. Anyone else?
Everyone's mute.
I think everyone's a little shy.
Yeah.
That's all right. You can
That's
always
okay,
put
you
your
can-
questions in the chat. AMA questions.
Absolutely.
Chat.
It's not a problem.
I'm also going to go over general now and see if there's any questions there.
Yeah, I haven't looked in general. Probably a good idea.
Yep, Andy is saying there's questions in general.
Oh, right. Okay. Right.
So you guys will be streaming on Twitch next time?
We're still not quite certain where we're going to do the AMA, considering that Discord has a limit for 25 people per voice chat room as long as there's a camera on. We were thinking of doing Telegram
Maybe Twitter
or
or
what
YouTube.
Twitter Spaces.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll let everyone know in
We
advance.
can use different social media every week, actually.
Yeah, and if you have any recommendations, please shoot them at us because.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, can you briefly tell us? Oh yeah, we're sorry for skipping that question. Can you briefly tell us how you guys are different from the rest of the tokens in terms of utility and function?
I think we already answered that more or less. So first thing is we're going to be fully doxed with KYC. And second fact is that scaling reflections. So we're starting with 3% reflections for all holders, and we're going up to 9% reflections.
What?
And third, it's our staking platform that we want to make it different than any platform on ERC because we actually want people to earn money on our staking platform.
Especially small investors, because on many current staking platforms, the majority of the APY is received by bigger, basically by whales who stake. We want to make it equal for both whales and small stakers. We want everyone to be able to see the minimum APY that they will get and to know what they're expecting to receive at the end of their staking term.
Did you check that general?
As for the utility of this token and why this token will be, what will be the reason that people will want to hold or invest in Kounotori, that will be because staking Kounotori on our staking platform will yield higher returns than other tokens. But yes, we are also planning to offer staking for many other tokens in a sort of partnership with the projects. Do you guys have any other plans apart from a staking platform? That's the only part. Yeah, for the moment, our main focus is the staking platform and getting that up and running. Afterwards, we're not really thinking about NFT marketplaces or token swap, although those, our opinion might change, and we might decide we have an idea to develop good swap or NFT marketplace. Although personally, I think the current NFT marketplaces, and there is also a lot of swaps. So I don't really see what we can bring to the table in terms of swaps or NFT marketplaces. As I said, we're looking at improving a multitude of aspects in the crypto space. Like, for example, we're thinking of possibly after we have released our staking platform, creating an alternative application for the Zerion application that many of you may be using. It's a wallet tracking app, but in our experience, it has been incredibly glitchy and very often buggy and not showing the correct prices and so on. And there isn't really any other platforms that offer the same service as Zerion. So we're going to try and improve on that by basically taking the good parts and improving on the not so good parts of the application. I hope that answers your question. I'm going through general at the moment.
Yeah, guys, please answer. Please put questions in AMA questions section. General's quite busy. It's hard to keep up.
I see someone in general is saying that there is another project that is already offering the sliding reflection scale, and that we should definitely look into their documentation before stating that we're the only project doing that. We are in no way claiming that we're the first people to do that or the first project. We're just saying that this is an underlooked way of providing utility for a token and ensuring the token development continues smoothly, and also to ensure that the holders get rewarded if the token is doing well. For example, if the development of the platform and everything and marketing and so on goes well, the holders will be getting higher reflections.
Wait, what?
Sado is saying that Cat is the black guy.
I don't know.
He's joking.
All right.
No.
I know the logistics can vary with setting up a token, but do you have a rough time scale to be working towards some of your current goals? Some of our current goals, so at the moment our focus is almost entirely on having a smooth launch, as we have participated as investors in many projects for the past month, and some of the launches we've seen have been completely butchered. We're talking about tokens completely failing launch and having to release version 2 of their contract. We're talking about tokens failing launch so badly that people end up losing their money because of an issue with their launch. And we would like to avoid all these issues.
How many people do we have following?
I'm currently following.
Following, what do you mean in the chat?
600? 472 on Discord, about on Telegram.
Yeah, well, we've got about 600.
What's this?
I mean, yeah, most of them are inactive.
Yeah, 500 in Telegram, he's saying.
San Francisco can be like big.
Can you guys please mute your microphones?
You never know in this set, bro. Have you looked at Akihe? Yeah, that was more stuff. Oh, yeah.
Are you guys outsourcing the contract development to one guy on Telegram? The contract development is being outsourced to.
Can you try to mute this?
Yeah, go.
I mean,
They like to make like
Just a moment, we're trying to mute the guy with the unmuted microphone.
oh, done.
Yeah, go ahead, guys. Don't worry.
Thank you.
Well done. Cheers. Thank you.
No problem.
Are you guys outsourcing the contract development to one guy on Telegram? Yes, the contract will be developed by Trinos. He's a well-known auditor and contract developer. You can find him on Telegram, yep. However, the contract will also be audited by an auditing company, such as TechRate or Certic. We're going to try and go for Certic, although they're more expensive. We just want to instill investor confidence, and us personally, as investors, we always prefer Certic. They just feel more secure to us. So yeah, that's in terms of outsourcing contract development.
Will the contract?
Will the contract dev docs? Yes. No, actually, the person writing the contract will not be doxed. CryptoSailor is saying he's not a dev. Well, he's a coder. He writes contracts, but he's not an official part of our team. We're just hiring him to do the contract for us. I will have a look on general.
Yep, good show.
Yeah, they have separate discussion. About that AMA suggestion, I think next time we will go for YouTube or Telegram. I think those two are best options.
Yes. YouTube.
Does anyone else have any questions?
The person saying that writing a contract in Solidity is in fact developer work.
Right, okay.
I think there is a bit of a line that needs to be drawn here. I personally think that being a developer has two different meanings. One being the one that Leo Bobros is referring to, which is actual software and coding and program developer.
Hey, I can actually help with this one, bro. I've kind of worked with code. You can't just slap your own code on top of something. Like, you can't just slap your own code on top and buy as much as you want at launch. Like, that's not how it works, bro. Just to answer Little Boy Bros 99's question, you can't just write your own code over the top of anything.
Well, yeah, that's why our contract will be audited. But what I was saying was that us being the developer team, we're developing the project and we're making sure the project goes, we're coordinating it. We're making sure the project as a whole moves towards the vision that we and the whole community have of the project. The reason why we chose that particular developer is because he's pretty well known in the community. What aspects of other coins do you like, and is there anything you would like to do as well? If anything, the contract and what note of this token should be live on the site before it launches. Well, the contract will be available for anyone to review once we've launched. If someone doesn't feel confident investing into a contract before actually reviewing it, they will be able to find it on either scan and go through it if they would like to. But as I said, we will try and get the CertiK audit before launching the contract. So that should give people a sense of security. But then again, investing in any contract or in any project on any crypto project is basically, in a sense, gambling, however you want to put it. That's why I never recommend anyone invest their life savings or anything like that in any project, not our project, not any other project. Even if it's a project that you're running yourself, I would still not recommend that you invest all your money, because in the open market you can lose your money, or you can. There's far too many factors.
We've had a plan actually to get a coder from the other project, and he was supposed to join our team, and he was ready to docs with us, and we actually thought he'll be a good part of our team for a long time, but then Seido told us about Chinos, and we've had quite a lot of chats with Chinos, and we know that Chinos is quite known in crypto community. That's why we've decided to just ask Chinos to make that contract, because Chinos is simply one of the best people in crypto world who can do contract for us. Press something here.
That's fine.
But I'm a coder. Since you seem to think that dev is not coding necessarily in that context. So I'm a coder. I write code. That's my daily job. And I often do code reviews with my coworkers. Like someone wrote a feature and I have to read what they've done.
Okay.
And knowing the system I'm working on, we still sometimes miss issues. So what I'm getting at is if you're having a third party create the contract, create the code that goes in the smart contract, it would be in your interest to actually have someone that you trust other than the actual coder review the code to make sure that it does what you think it does, and that is not because I think an audit would be good to address concerns like common issues like, I don't know, backdoors or the whole kit they do, like centralization and stuff like that. But having someone on your team that you know will not try to bullshit you, understand what it does would be the best for you in the long run to make sure that your contract does what you think it does. Well, I mean, does what you said it would do and not just what you think it will do, if that makes sense.
Yep, absolutely. I agree with you 100%. That's part of the reason why we initially had a coder on our team, but unfortunately we had to. We decided to go with Trinos instead because essentially, as you were saying, we need a coder who is not going to, I quote, bullshit us. And that's sort of the issue we ran into with the initial coder who we had on our team. We will try and get the contract code public before launching for everyone to review. I can't promise that will happen though at the moment, but we will definitely try and get an audit as well done. We might have to delay launch until the latter date that we were planning to, so the 3rd of December. For anyone who joined late or didn't hear us say this in the beginning, we're planning to launch on either the 19th of November or the 3rd of December. If we don't manage to get everything done by the 19th, we will probably wait until the 3rd of December. And in terms of contract security and backdoors and so on, I think trusted third-party auditing companies such as Certic, TechRate, and others, they're experts at producing reports and analyzing code for such potential security issues.
Yeah, I don't mean it will be. I guess I used someone trying to do something malicious because sadly in crypto we're used to being cheated and stuff. But it could also be a matter of miscommunication. Like the guy you gave the specs and he understood something and you meant something else. That can happen too. Just for your tranquility of mind, that would be better that at least someone on your side of things understands what's going on. And as I said, I think it was TechRate who reviewed impact, and they did miss that the old dev had access to the marketing wallet. So it's not 100% sure that the audit will not miss something.
I mean, I have a friend who is a coder, and he promised me that he'll check this contract for any missing stuff or any errors. So, yeah, we will do Certic if we manage to get this or other audit, but we also have people who can check this code for us.
Okay.
Lou Bob Ross is saying that he would not advise anyone to literally ape into a token without a public contract that they can review before launch, or even before just investing into the token. And I can definitely agree with him. It's always good to be. It's better to be safe than sorry, and especially in crypto. Even though we're on Ethereum, where arguably less scams happen than on Binance Smart Chain, the amount of scams and dishonesty that goes on is still absolutely at a ridiculous level. Sorry. Yep.
I got another quick question. You have someone write the contract for you, and you have the sliding feature where you can change the percentage of what goes to whom. As far as I know, I'm not especially well versed in the Solidity or whatever language it is. But what I understand is that these will be like variables within the contract that you can adjust. So
That's correct.
Can you adjust them without this guy being involved, or how does that work?
Yes. So the contract will be owned by our multi-signature Genosis wallet. So in order to adjust any of the variables, we will need to have 4 out of the 5 developers sign
any change.
Yeah, any change on the code.
So that works as a transaction.
Yeah.
You call a function to set the variables, and you have to sign, and it goes through. Okay. I just wasn't, sure how that works. So,
yeah, that's all right. It essentially works as the actual confirmation works as a transaction in a sort, and it will be actually visible on our wallet transactions. I believe as a transaction of sorts.
Okay, that makes sense.
Sorry if this was answered already. I got here a bit late. How large is the dev team, and what are your previous professional experiences related to crypto and business in general? So this was answered earlier, and this whole AMA session is being recorded, so you will be able to go back and see the answer to this question. But just really quickly, the dev team consists of 5 people. 2 being Jerian and Captain Smith. They have both been running their own business for a number of years now, so they have experience in building from the ground up and leading businesses and projects. And we have all been in multiple projects up until now, either as investors or just really active community members. For example, we've also been promoted to moderators on many of these projects. Many of them have rug pulled us, and many of them have treated us unfairly, and so on. For a more detailed response on this, you can go through the recording later on when we upload it. That's like step 1, being smart and RPG.
Yeah.
Yeah, liquidity will be locked for
at least
a
year.
As long as possible.
Yeah, at least a year. I'll go through general now. Olaf is asking when the token will launch. we will write summary of the most important announcements from this AMA in the announcements channel later. But basically, the talk we're aiming to launch the token either on the 19th of November or on the 3rd of December. We will announce it a few days prior the launch date, and we will give a time frame on when we're aiming to launch.
Yeah, no exact time, but yeah, a decent enough time frame so that you won't be sitting there watching things all day.
Are you still looking to realize with low gas if possible?
Release, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, we that's why we want to launch on Friday actually, because there's smaller gas fees Fridays and during weekends. So that's why we decided to go for Friday instead of Monday or Tuesday. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
I think you're right.
I think it's time to just finish it. So I think we can meet next week, maybe 19th.
Yeah, maybe.
For launch, maybe not. But if not, I think next Friday for MA would be good on YouTube or Telegram or Twitter. We'll decide.
Yeah, we'll certainly let you guys know in advance. But yeah, we'll probably try the Telegram or YouTube, something like that next time, where we can be on camera and not have just 25 people in.
Yeah. So if there's no more questions, guys, I would like to thank you all for attending, for showing up, for showing your support in the Discord, on our socials and everything. It means a lot to us. We never thought that we would have over 400, well, even over 100 people before we launch. And now the Discord has over 400 people, which is absolutely insane.
Well, I for one wanted to thank you guys. I enjoyed the AMA, even though there was a lot of repetitivity or whatever you'd say. An hour long is definitely a long time to be listening to a group of guys talk, but you guys did really well, and I'm looking forward to what the future brings us.
Really appreciate that. Thank you. Hopefully, we'll get a bit more with it in the next few AMAs to come.
Yeah, maybe we'll be setting the next AMAs for a certain time period, like 30 minutes, or capping them at an hour just to make sure it doesn't get as prolonged. We just wanted to show to everyone that we're not afraid to answer questions and we are out here. So thank you all for attending. Thank you very much.
Yep,
And
thank you, everyone. Really appreciate it.
have a lovely day / morning / evening, depending on your time zone. Thanks.
Bye.